Welcome to Divine Hand for another soulful, insightful, spiritual message. Take what resonate, leave what doesn't. Collective. I pre-pulled some cards for our convenience. With that being said, let's get started. So I pull one oracle card and it reads, a cursed tongue. Words create spells. Use carefully. Gossip, manifestation, or power speech. Okay. And so what I'm getting here is like, this is a very clear message of how your words are, can't be casually used at this time. Okay. Um, they are like energetic. They're energetically charged, your words. Okay. What you speak, repeat, joke about, or even, think out loud actually creates a reality in your reality. Okay. Um, so this is spirit is warning someone here, whoever this message for, take what resonates, that careless speech, negative self-talk, gossip, or speaking from a wounded emotional place, right, can unintentionally bind you to an outcome that you don't want. Okay, is what I'm getting. All right, so this can be, words, right, negative words, and this can go both ways, negative and positive, right. Gossip drains your energy and it entangles you in karma that isn't yours. All right. Speaking fears out loud feeds them. Okay. Speaking truth with intention activates protection and blessings. Okay. So, as you know, if you're religious, and you heard that scripture, there's power in the tongue. Okay. So a lot of people know better, they just choose not to do better. Okay. And so there is going to be like repercussions regarding that. Okay. Because some people, they say they believe, but they really don't. Okay. Or they say they understand, but they really don't, right? Because you sit there and you do the total opposite of what you say you believe in or what you stand for. Okay. And so some people is just speaking from a place of trauma, right, instead of wisdom. Okay. And so they do a lot of projecting, they do a lot of, and they speaking from a place of hate, and it's all internal. It has really nothing to do with anyone on the outside of them. Okay. Someone needed to hear this today, this message, because that's why it came out. All right. And we're going to jump into the tarot regarding this message spirit is trying to relay to someone here, right? So the first card I pulled was the Page of Swords. And this can be any air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? And so this is saying, right, watch what you say, right? Watch what you repeat, okay? This conscious speech, okay? It highlights the curiosity, the communication, right? The mental awareness, okay? But also warns against speaking prematurely, gossiping, or reacting without full understanding, So this is like rooted in insecurities, immaturity, okay? Jealousy, okay? Seeing but not understanding, okay? Because I feel like I'm getting what I'm getting, right, in my mind's eye. It's like you can have the knowledge, but when you don't have the understanding, you don't have anything. Okay. So you can have the map, but if you don't know how to read the map correctly, you're gonna end up in the wrong place, is what I'm getting here in my mind's eye. Okay. Then the next card we have is the Temperance. Okay. And this is about balancing your words with intentions. Okay. Healing that trauma, right? When you speak, when you try to curse other people, or, with your tongue, and you're sitting there gossiping, that's some part in you needs some healing. Okay. Because it's some jealousy. It's something rooted in you is why you talk so nasty about someone. Okay. Or try to project your fears on other people. Okay. Your fears is not other people's fears. That's just what it is. We are all individual souls. Okay. And so the Temperance card is about alchemy, right? Mixing energy carefully, right? Turning the negative to the positive, but you can also turn a positive into a negative. Okay. So having that balance is important, right? Having that patience enough to understand intentionally, okay, is what I'm getting, right? So moderation, okay. Your speech is being blended into the outcome is what I'm getting with that, okay? Then we have the Queen of Swords, right? And the Queen of Swords, she can be cruel, right? She can just speak her truth without regards to empathy, right? She just cuts through the illusions and speak the truth, right? She also follows the discernment, right? So this is like speaking your truth without being cruel. Okay, is what this card is saying for this message. Okay, this represents mastering your mind, right? Your tongue. Okay, she speaks like truth clearly, but without emotional poison or gossip. Okay, is what I'm getting. So someone here, someone is gossiping about you. Okay, it could be a child. It could be a child or just an immature adult because the page represents a child. Okay, it could be an air sign child or either an immature child, an immature adult, right? But they if it's a child that's gossiping about you, and you know, they definitely don't understand nothing. Okay. So if it's this is why they said that I'm old school. A child needs to stay in a child's place. All right, is what I'm getting in my mind's eye. All right, and then we have the Seven of Wands. This is Leo energy. We got Libra. We got any air sign or fire sign. Okay, so you're protected from this type of stuff, right? This is also defending your voice and your boundaries, right? You may be challenged or provoked or tested in the reaction of what people may say to you, right? And I know this could be a fire sign. So fire signs are very hot-headed, okay? You come towards a fire sign with that nonsense, you're going to hear something you needed to hear a long time ago. And straight to the point, right? This card is saying don't let others like bait you into saying something that backfires energetically, right? So this is why Spirit is saying with the Queen of Swords, be mindful, right? Because it can backfire on you, okay? What you say, right? But you're also being protected spiritually, right? With the knowledge, with the higher understanding, right? The discernment, okay, is what I'm getting, right, from these people, okay? Then we have the Three of Wands, okay? And this is your future is responding to what you speak now, okay? So what you align yourself with, okay, what you align yourself with, right? Is your words are literally shaping your next chapter, okay? So whoever this is for, take what resonates, all right? This could be a lover, a soulmate, could be family. This is also speaking of choose alignment in the communication, okay? Isn't just about romance, right? This is about conscious choices, right? You are choosing between fear-based speech or heart-aligned truth, okay? Speech, choose, and your destiny. Right? Speech chooses your destiny. Okay. Then we got the Queen of Cups. Okay. So speak with the emotional wisdom. Okay. This is just reminding you to feel before you speak. Okay. But not to drown in your emotions. Right. Have a compassion. Right. Have compassion is what I'm getting. Work it. Open up that heart space. Okay. For someone here. And then we got the the Three of Cups, okay? And this is your words affecting community or relationships, right? This can warn against gossip or careless sharing in social spaces, okay? Words spoken among friends still carry that spiritual consequence. So spirit needs somebody to know that, just because you do it in secret, it's not in secret, okay? And what I'm getting is here to wrap this message up is that you are a powerful manifestation. You are in a powerful manifestation phase, which speech is the spell. With that being said,